Hi and welcome to SCW, the wrestling channel here on YouTube.com. Thank you for choosing the channel and choosing the video. Please subscribe right now. Leave any comments in the comment section. Please like and share the video as well. NXT Takeover Toronto predictions video for you here now on SCW. It's looking like a solid card. I've got 5 matches off WWE.com. There has been a rumoured 6th match as well. If that match does take place, it's the NXT Breakout Tournament final between Jordan Miles and Cameron Grimes, which if that does happen, I'd be pleased to see it because it would give both those guys a takeover match. I do think they'd be great as well on the takeover stage. The breakout tournament's been great fun to watch. I will predict it anyway because the final is going to take place, if not at the takeover, will happen on an NXT taping not long afterwards, and then the winner, I believe, gets to choose a title match of their choice. I'm going to go for Jordan Miles to win the tournament in total because I think that he is very popular within the higher ups of NXT and WWE. I think they're very happy with that signing of getting him, and I think he's going to probably have one of those sort of instant impacts in NXT. So I think it'll be him that'll probably go for the North American Championship. So there's my prediction for that. If it does or doesn't happen on the card, you've still got a prediction from me anyway. But what I think has been a very good breakout tournament, and I think some future stars certainly in the making there on NXT TV there. But going into the matches that we do have, going to start off then with Candice LeRae against Io Shirai. Now, I believe this is Candice LeRae's first match on a takeover. I could be wrong. If so, let me know in the comments below. But this has kind of almost been like a blood feud almost to a degree because, of course, Io Shirai failed to become the NXT Women's Champion, turned heel and turned on Candice LeRae, has gone through a complete gimmick change. I'm loving the new look of Io Shirai, the new theme music as well, all dressed in black, not needing friends. And I think she carries it off very well indeed, and I can see Io Shirai really going places in the future on NXT. Candice LeRae, it's good to see as well that she's trying to get her revenge here. And I think it's been long overdue that she's on the takeover. And I think this will be the start of her being on maybe a few takeovers now. But I'm going to go for Io Shirai to pick up the victory here. I think that she's definitely got something about her at the minute that stands out and screams future NXT Women's Champion. So it'd be interesting to see how the booking's going to play out going forward. But maybe I'll have a little prediction going in as we go into our next match. The NXT Women's Championship. Shayna Baszler going to be defending against Mia Yim. Now, I'm very pleased as well to see Mia Yim on a takeover as well, and she's going for the NXT Championship. I've loved the build up here because Mia Yim has kind of almost taken it to Shayna Baszler. She's not been intimidated. She's taken out Shayna Baszler's backup as well. So you can look and say, right, this is going to be one-on-one. It makes you feel as well that this is the time that Shayna Baszler would lose the belt. But every takeover prediction I've done, I think, for the last 3 or 4, I've more or less said I think Shayna Baszler is probably going to drop the belt. But I'm going to stick my guns out and say that she's going to retain on this particular occasion because her back is against the wall here. She's got no backup. She's expected probably to lose the championship. A lot of people predicting she will go to probably the main roster either after SummerSlam or maybe after the Survivor Series. I think she's going to retain the belt for now, which would then almost kind of set up Shayna Baszler versus Io Shirai, but I don't think that that's going to be a return match of one-on-one. I actually wouldn't be surprised if we see the 4 ladies in a Fatal 4-Way come to the next takeover, which I believe would be War Games in November. So, and we can't forget Bianca Belair as well, probably might throw herself back into the mix, but I think we'll probably get a multi-woman match at the next takeover. So I'm going to go for both heels to pick up victories here. I don't think Shayna Baszler is going to the main roster just yet. And just because I said that, she'll probably lose the belt. But I do believe that Shayna Baszler will retain. Looking next then, we've got 3 more matches on the card, and what I'm liking about this is that the Undisputed Era are in all 3 of them, and they are all championship matches. Now remember, at the start of the year, this was going to be the year of Undisputed. All of them were going to hold championship belts. Now, coming into this event, Adam Cole is the NXT champion, and we're going to be tackling that match last. But we're going to start then with looking at the NXT Tag Team Championships. Now, from the Undisputed Era, challenging, we've got Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are going to look to take the Tag Team Championships from the Street Profits. Now, looking into this match, So the Street Profits themselves have been on the main roster for the last few weeks. Have been heavily featured on Monday Night Raw in backstage antics, doing lots of promo work and stuff like that. But we haven't really seen a lot of them in NXT, and it's a bit of a shame really because they've just won the championships and really they've not been given an opportunity to have a proper run with the belts. My feeling is that they're going to continue to be on the main roster, which for me means that they do not need the NXT Tag Team Championship. So unfortunately, this is going to be just nothing more than a stopgap for the Street Profits. They had the nice moment at TakeOver where they won the belts, but I see them dropping them here. I think Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are the perfect team to be tag team champions and to carry those belts going forward in the brand of NXT. And of course, it makes the Undisputed Era stronger when it comes to championships. Next, we will look at the North American Championship then, and of course from the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong is one of the challengers. Another challenger is Pete Dunne, and of course the champion is the Velveteen Dream. Now I'm expecting this to be one of the matches of the weekend. Pete Dunne always puts on great matches. Roderick Strong, massively underrated, and the Velveteen Dream, well, he's headlines in himself. So I'm expecting some really good things here from this triple threat match. And one of the matches I'm most looking forward to on this particular weekend. The Velveteen Dream has been champion out for quite a long time. And I think this is the time he is going to drop the belt. Now, I would like to say that I would like to see Pete Dunne as the North American champion. I'd like to see Pete Dunne actually have a lengthy run in the US NXT after being the UK champion for over 2 years. I think it's time he now is in the main NXT and stays there. Definitely a sign of progression for him anyway. But I do think, as we're going into a theme here of the Undisputed Era and a little storyline idea that I think is going to play out here, I think that Roderick Strong is going to get some of that actually he deserves, because he's been in NXT for a long time now and he is going to become a singles champion for the first time. I think Roderick Strong is going to become the North American champion, which for me is well deserved. I think Roddy is one of the most underrated wrestlers in the entire company, perhaps even in the entire world. He is such a great technical wrestler, and I think it's going to be well deserved for him to actually walk away with the championship. I think it will surprise a few, but so at this point the entire Undisputed Era have all the gold. Certainly from the male championship side anyway, of course. They would need a female member in the group to have every single title, but certainly from the male perspective, they would have all the gold. And I would like to see something like a celebration backstage, maybe in between matches, maybe the NXT Women's Championship matches, maybe the match in between the main event, and you can see them maybe posing with all the belts, maybe for like a photo or something like that, and you can just see a real moment where they've got everything that they wanted to accomplish. So we're going to go now into the main event, which will be, of course, Adam Cole, who will be actually the NXT champion, defending that belt against Johnny Gargano, which is another 2 out of 3 falls match, but with stipulations. Now, we like to call this a 3 stages of hell match. If you're a big fan of the WWE from old times like the Attitude Era, then it's 3 stages of hell. We know 2 of those falls. We do not know what the 3rd fall is going to be. Now, Adam Cole, an old school classic wrestling match, is the match he has decided to go for, which is probably going to be the 1st fall. Johnny Gargano has got used to competing in street fights. That will be his choice of fall, which will probably be the 2nd fall. And if need go to a 3rd fall, then William Regal will decide the 3rd and final fall, which I'm looking forward to, because obviously this is going to go to a 3rd fall, I imagine. And what 3rd fall it will be, we'll have to wait and see. Will it be matches like a last man standing match, maybe a ladder match? We'll have to wait and see what they'll do to maybe decide the 3rd and final fall. But I think one of those 2 matches is possibly likely. I'd be surprised if it was a cage match, because we'd see the cage hanging above the ring immediately. So for me, that would take away a little bit of the specialness. I would rather see something completely unique come out of left field that we wouldn't expect to see. So I'm going to go for one of those 2 matches there. I would say a ladder match, or perhaps maybe a last man standing match. But either way, to come away with a prediction and a victor here at the end of this, yes, you've probably guessed it by now. Johnny Gargano is going to be my prediction here to walk away NXT champion, because why would the Undisputed Era get it so easy? Finally getting all the gold under one night, where Adam Cole, of course, has been the champion for a couple of months already. This can perhaps cause some cracks in amongst the Undisputed Era. Could you imagine all of them being champions apart from Adam Cole, him blaming the Undisputed Era? I just think it has got an interesting twist, and it gives us something for them to chase for going forward rather than other people just chasing them. So I'm going to go for Johnny Gargano to put a real spanner in the works here and come away the NXT champion. I wouldn't even be surprised if we get a return here from Tommaso Ciampa, which could start maybe setting up the idea for the War Games match, because of course that will be a 4-on-4 Undisputed Era with all the gold. It just kind of makes sense, and Ciampa did come back almost in like a face kind of role with Gargano when Gargano won the belt before at WrestleMania weekend, almost like an approval. So I'm not expecting Ciampa to come back and we have them where they're costing each other matches again. So that's going to be my prediction there, and that's going to be NXT TakeOver Toronto. I think it's got potential of being a fantastic show as always, but I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments below. If you agree or disagree with my predictions, if you agree or disagree with the direction of what I think NXT has got going forward as we head in towards War Games, would love to know your thoughts and feelings right now. Don't forget, episode 3 of Ask SCW is available on the channel as well. You can go and check that out now. And of course, you can throw some questions in for episode 4 of Ask SCW, which will be, of course, recorded and posted this weekend. You can keep an eye out as well for SummerSlam 2019 predictions. They'll be coming up over the next 24 to 48 hours on the channel. So lots to look forward to here on SCW. But please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. As always, it's always good to have you guys and have your support. And I will see you next time here on YouTube. Take care, thank you, and of course, we'll see you next time here on SCW.